Good morning, familia. I got something on my heart, and it's an idea that's been stirring in my soul, in my spirit for some months now. And I feel to share it here because it's quite a vulnerable idea in the sense that, like, it's absolutely new. I have no idea how it would turn out, but what I do know is that it lights up my heart, and that when I do it for myself, that my heart cracks open every time I do it. And I want to be able to provide this experience and this safe space and this expansive space to others. What are you talking about, Steph? I've been a yoga instructor for many years, and I've recertified to even teach children and to, look at yoga from a trauma-based perspective, so trauma-informed, which I think has been very useful in expanding the reach of what yoga has always been meant to do, which is, serve all types of bodies, all types of people. Yoga is really a path of union, back union with the divine. We think yoga is over here and God is over here, or like Christianity and what they're doing, or this religion is doing this and then this path, but really ultimately they're all different pathways. Ooh, phone's falling over. Different pathways up the same mountain to reach the same peak, which is ultimate divine union with our God, with our highest truth, with our essence, our love, our purest light, expansive love. That is the ultimate purpose of all these pathways. And depending on our script, right? Depending on what our curriculum is in this life, this human experience, we choose different paths. Certain things catch our attention more. Certain things attract us a certain way in certain places. We have certain members of our family that are part of our learning, jobs, careers, all of it is designed. The script is designed to awaken you to the love that you are, to the love that God is in you, and to build that relationship. And so, having been a yoga instructor for many years and doing it for children, but mainly for adults, and then having the awakening I had and discovering Jesus the way I did, outside of all boxes, outside of religious concepts, and just a true presence, 333 as I say that. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Spirit. Having that discovery and that opening of the heart, that activation that is going to now go wherever I go, and now is my foundation, right? This love, this divine love that is so clear to me now because I've had the spiritual awakening, the mystical experience, and it's different for every person on the path. So it's not so that we can wait for a certain experience to feel like we know God. It takes a lot of openness. It takes a little bit of openness. That's what the Course in Miracles is always teaching us. A little bit of willingness. Just to start. That's enough for the Spirit to break through, crack through, go through the cracks and reach us wherever we are. It's always reaching us, really, but reach us at a deeper level that we become now aware that it's reaching us. The game changes when we become aware that the Spirit is working for us, for us. And so I have this dream, just like I had this vision of me coming up coming on YouTube and just starting to speak my heart and share my insights and story and letting it reach organically whoever needed it. Letting it reach, letting the spirit be the algorithm. I put out a video the other day and I'm just like, forget the algorithm, because everyone gets really stuck on results and trying to get things. But if you're in a path of surrender, if you're in a path of true awakening and trusting God and trusting the divine, the algorithm is not something we need to worry about. Spirit's the algorithm. You just do your part. You make sure you're taking your actions. You make sure you're listening to the call that God has placed in your heart. You make sure that you're being authentic in any space, not just this one, and showing up in all your spaces. You make sure you're choosing love again and again. And when you don't choose it and you take a misstep, you watch yourself, you watch your mind, and you give yourself compassion and grace as God would give you. And you hand over all the beliefs, the frustrations, the stresses, all of that over to the one who can dissolve it, the one who handles all of it, which is in essence your highest version, because that highest version is one with God, is full union, is yoga. That's why I confused it. Yoga literally means union, complete union. And so my idea, I keep getting there because this is the resistance to share it, but I know I want to do this and I want to serve, and it would be online, is to do worship yoga, devotional yoga. So a yoga that would start our day with beautiful, deep, touching worship music that I would curate, of course, that touches me, that feels aligned with what is. I just want to say that a white dove just flew over. Okay, I'm listening. A white dove in the middle of this freaking city, man. It's not really normal. And this is like packed with trees. Okay, so worship yoga. I'll take that as a sign. Are we paying attention to the signs that are around us? God is speaking to us all the time. Write down in the comments, I'm paying attention to the signs. Because when we are in direct communication. And it's not that we're waiting for a sign. We are living life. We're just being present. We're following the heart, and the signs will come. Because when we start paying attention too much, when we're on a search, when we're on then it's like we're persisting at it and it resists us. So we do have to have a natural flow with life. There has to be a sense of trust and presence, and all the other things will naturally show up. That's just the way it works. And so I wanted to serve in this capacity online to whoever feels called to join me and do that. And I would guide it, and it wouldn't be too long, right? A yoga session is generally like 45 minutes, but I'm thinking more 45 to 60 minutes, maybe more depending on the type of yoga. But I really want to break the box of the concept of yoga for people who are in a world that's separate from yoga somehow, right? And I want to break the concept of God and the divine and who Jesus is for those who are on the other side and only experience yoga a certain way. Because the truth is that both of them are paths towards the divine. And if we are judging others and we are thinking that we know better of how certain things or what certain things are for and how they can help us, or bless us, then we are limiting the blessing that God has, that love has upon our life. And so I really feel it in my heart that it is a mission, not just to break and unbox the concept of God, of Jesus, of ourselves, but to unbox these concepts that are even practices that are evolving, that, are moving, shifting, expanding with the time, with the hearts of humanity as they expand with the mind. Breaking down concepts, breaking down these boxes, unboxing all of it. So this is your invitation. I mean, first, let me know if that's something that resonates, if that's something that you would love to join and be a part of, right? And feel like, yeah, I'd love to start my day like that, breaking that barrier and opening my heart in a way that may bring you to tears. But what more beautiful, expansive way to start your day? Because when we release our emotions, when we connect deeply to the heart, to the soul, to the spirit of God, we walk lighter upon the earth. We flow within our day. We entrust it all over. And so this video is not only to get your opinion and see if that would be something that resonates, because I will start it immediately. All I need is 5 people. That's it to get started. And so if that's something that resonates with you, comment down below. Let's get started. You can put your little, the little yoga and anything else that comes to mind, the little yoga icon emoji. And beyond you feeling that this is something that would connect with you, and if it doesn't, that's okay too. If you feel resistance, I would even invite you to try it anyway, because God and Jesus were here to expand our hearts. Jesus was here, right? And God has always been here to expand our hearts to the level of love that they lived. Well, that Jesus lived. I mean, it's both one and the same, into that experience. And this would be a practice that would take us deeper into ourselves and into that divine love. And so I do challenge you, if there is resistance, I do invite you, even with greater conviction, join me. Join me. If you've done yoga, and you're open to following a path of the divine, but something like worship is I don't know about how I feel about that, join me. And if you're on the path with God and Jesus, and you're like, yoga, that's a different thing, you might even look down upon it, might think that it's, it's the devil's work, or, whatever judgment we may think about yoga and what we've been taught about it, join me. Let's break these concepts. Jesus came to break with the rules and ideas and concepts that the world had placed upon themselves, and divisions that they placed upon things, to unite them in this truth, in this love. And this is just a tiny grain of sand that I can provide and do with you. And lastly, I'm going to close this video off with saying, beyond that, I would add, if there is something on your heart that God has been calling you to do, that your heart is sparking up with joy, even just thinking about it, but you feel scared, just like I feel scared, because you don't know how it's going to turn out. It's always like that every time we start something new. Even 2 months ago when I started YouTube, I don't know. Yes, there's always this resistance, and that's the egoic right? The egoic illusion, the lie, the one that's trying to keep us safe, we think safe and comfortable, like a child, right? Or in the words of Christianity, that's the lies of the enemy, because the enemy is in the mind. And so we walk together to watch our mind, to be aware of what is calling us to be truly us, even if there's fear, because we walk in spite of, we do in spite of, we love in spite of. And so it's kind of, yeah, if there's something on your heart, walk, take the step in spite of. Write that in the comments. I walk in spite of. I am taken care of. We're doing this together. Take a step towards that idea, that dream, that inspiration that has been planted in your heart. There is something there for you to learn, to grow, to heal, and to expand and serve in ways that we don't know unless we start doing it. I was just watching a video and it was saying, God can't bless what you don't act upon. And it's so true. The seed is in your heart. Now you have to act upon it. You have to water it. You water it, and then you let the rest be taken care of. God, love, spirit will take care of the rest. That's where our trust comes in. We act and we move in trust, in conviction, in confidence, in joy. And the rest will be done, will be taken care of. So I feel so much lighter sharing that. It's been pretty heavy. Heaven. Yeah, maybe it'll take us to a slice of heaven when we start moving in the direction of the things that are for us. 1717. Wishing you all a blessed day. By the way, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Estefania. And if this message touched you, connected with you, beyond just my idea, but really to remind you of what you're here to do, of how we're here to follow and walk together, do sprinkle, I was going to sprinkle, some love on the like button, on the subscribe button, and share it with whomever you think it can bless. Let the message spread. Let us all start listening to our hearts more and more, and we walk together. And if you have a YouTube you've just started, put it down here. Put it in the comments, and I will come. We're here to support each other, and I will check out your work, because we're all doing this. We're all figuring this out, and we can bless each other as we walk, and God blesses us. All right. Till next time, friends.